Hello, YouTube. It is Fb SharpCoss, also known as Comey Bella. I just wanted to come to you today to talk to you about describing your paparazzi jewelry. Okay. Um, first of all, let me just go over the different jewelry that we have at Paparazzi. So we have earrings, we have rings, we have bracelets, and we have necklaces. Okay. I've been a jewelry lover for a long time. I'm even a journeyman in wire sculpture jewelry. I've been making my own wire sculpture jewelry for 17 years. So I'm really familiar with different metals and things like that. So I thought I would come to you today and just help shed some light on some of the different stones and metals and things like that so that you can describe them to your customers. Okay, for those of you that don't know. I know some people know just as much as me, if not more, but some don't. Okay, so I'm hoping this helps somebody. All right, so first with the earrings. So I'm just going to go through the styles. Okay, so with the earrings, we have hoops. So these are called hoops. Anything that's round like this and sits off the ear like that would be hoops. All of our hoops are post. Okay, they're all post hoops. All right. We also have earrings like this. All of them that are on this type of metal finding are called fish hooks. Okay, so these are fish hook earrings. All right, and we have a number of different styles that come on this type of a hook, and it's a fish hook. Okay, we also have clip-ons, and I learned from one of my customers that these are also called ear bobs. I never knew. Okay, so these are clip-ons, and they're also called ear bobs. One of the things you want to do with your customers is you want to come across as an expert. You don't have to know everything, but it's nice to know some basics, okay? And then we also have these, which are the front and back earrings. These are also called ear jackets. And let's see, these are also called double-sided, okay? So front and back, double-sided, and then also ear jackets. And these are the little post earrings where the top part goes in the front of the ear, and then the back part hangs right below the earlobe. Okay, so super cute. All right, here's another example where you see kind of like the post, and then this part in the back can hang below the earlobe or behind the ear. And you can also kind of interchange them. Just wear the post, just wear the back or just wear the front. Okay, so that is, or those are those. Let's see, on bracelets, we have bangles. Okay, so anything that is fully closed like this would be called a bangle. All right, and this is an example of a bangle. We have stretch bracelets. Okay, and stretch is anything that is on an elastic band like this. Oh, I forgot to grab one of my wire bracelets, but we also have one that's on like a magic wire that's similar to a stretch bracelet, but it's on a wire. Okay, so those I call wire bracelets. But this is a stretch, okay, and it's just a stretch or a wire. I'm sorry, an elastic piece with beads. Okay, so that's a stretch bracelet. We also have tie-on bracelets, okay, and these are the type that actually tie on like this, okay, and then they have what's called a slip knot closure, okay, which is essentially just a slip knot so that this cord can slide back and forth to the desired length, okay. And then what a person would do is once you get it to the desired length, you just tie another knot and then it'll stay closed. Okay? So this is a tie-on and it is a slip knot. We also have wrap bands. Okay, we have them for men and women. This one's for a woman. And they have the snap closures. We have double wraps, and then we have single wraps like this. A double wrap would be one like this, but that wraps around the arm twice. Okay? And then we also have cuffs. Okay, so this is a cuff. Anything that's open on the bottom, the bangle is closed, and the opening on the bottom makes it a cuff. Okay, so it could be small like this. You know, it could be larger like this. It could be metal with a big stone on it, but if it has an opening on the bottom, it is considered a cuff. Okay, and then we also have, let me just grab one. We also have, you know, like chain bracelets that have this type of a closure, okay? And this is called a lobster claw clasp. I suppose because it looks kind of like a lobster's claw, okay? And all of our bracelets have this type of clasp, and they have a 2 to 3 inch extender, okay? So this is the extender to make it longer or short. And then that's the lobster claw clasp. And that's how all of our, you know, chain bracelets like this close. Okay. We even have some beaded bracelets that close that way. Okay. Let's see. With our necklaces, I just want to go over like some of the metals. Okay. So we have silver, brass, copper, gunmetal, black, and gold. Okay, I think that's everything. So first let's go over what brass looks like. Okay, so this is a brass piece. You can see it kind of has a gold look to it, kind of has a greenish tint to it. To me, I always think of, whenever I see brass, I always think of neutrals, and I think of like army colors. So I think of like green, tan, brown, you know, these are all the things that, you know, brass goes really nicely with. And brass from Paparazzi can look kind of like this. It can also look like this bracelet. See how the bracelet has a slightly golder tinge to it? Okay, but it is brass. Okay, so these are the two ways that brass will look with your Paparazzi jewelry. Okay. This is rose gold. And rose gold is just a pinkish, blush, goldish looking color. Okay, but this is rose gold. And let me show you a gold. Okay. This is gold. I think everybody pretty much knows what gold looks like. But let me show it to you next to the rose gold, okay? So you can kind of see the difference. See how, if you want, it looks gold. You know, when you see it by yourself, the rose gold can kind of look gold. But then when you see it next to gold, you can see that little pinkish blush peeking through there. Okay, so that's what makes that rose gold. Let's see, this is silver. This is what silver looks like. Okay, and this is a shiny silver. See how shiny that is? Okay. This is another silver, but this one is satin. Okay, so we would call this satin. See how it's not shiny? Okay, it's shimmery, but it's not shiny. And that would be called a satin finish. Okay. And then this one, it's actually that same necklace that I showed in gold, but it's in silver. And this one would be silver with an antique finish. Okay, and by antique, we mean it has sort of like a grayish tone. Sometimes you'll even see almost like a black in the silver. And that's what makes it antique. Okay, so you can see the difference if I hold up this silver against this silver. You can see the difference. One almost looks gray and the other one looks bright, right? So the flower one is an antique finish and this is a shiny silver finish. Okay. All right, the next piece I'm going to show is a copper piece, okay? This is copper. You see how this is almost like a deep reddish tone to it, okay? Kind of like a brick almost would be copper, okay, in a metal. And with paparazzi, you have a light and you have a dark copper. So this would be considered dark copper, okay? And then this one would be considered light copper. And you see they both have that reddish tint to them, but one is light, okay, and one is fairly dark. You can really see the difference in the chains there, okay? What I like about this light copper is that a lot of times you can kind of use it as a complement to rose gold. So if someone is a rose gold lover, sometimes they can get away with wearing the light copper with it because it's so similar, okay? You can kind of see how they look very similar, okay? But this is a light copper. All right, so next, let's talk about like some of the stones, okay? Oh, let me show you the gunmetal. Oops. All right, so gunmetal looks like this, okay? It's a dark gray. It's a dark gray metal. Isn't that pretty? Now, one thing the paparazzi does is sometimes they have things that are gunmetal and sometimes they have things that they call black. All right, this one they call black. All right, like for your customers, I just keep it simple and I always call anything that looks like this gunmetal. But if I hold the gunmetal up next to this black one, you can kind of see where the black is darker. Okay, you can really see it in person. You can just kind of see it on the camera, but you can see where the black is darker than the gunmetal. But for all intents and purposes, they're very, very similar. Okay. But this is black and this is gunmetal. I use them interchangeably. I don't even really make a distinction. Okay. All right. And then let me talk about the rings a little bit. All of our rings are stretch. Okay. And by stretch, I mean they have a stretch band. Okay. Some of them have a large stretch band like this. And some of them have a small stretch band like this. Okay. The large stretch band, just from my estimation, fits up comfortably about a size 6 through 10. And then the small stretch band comfortably fits like a size 5 through 8. Okay. You can use a ring mandrel and determine your own sizing if you want to. You know, so if you want to tell your customer something more specific, but that's what I found them to be. Okay. The little ones are a little more snug. You can also take out some of these links if you want to make the big one smaller. Okay. So let's talk about some of the stones. Okay. So the stones that you're going to find in paparazzi jewelry are moonstone. Okay. And moonstone looks kind of like this, or it does look like this. All right, that's moonstone. Moonstone is distinctive in that it's opaque and it has a shimmer, okay? And sometimes you can see almost like a star in there, okay? That's a moonstone. Do I have any other moonstones sitting here? No, I don't. Okay, but that shows you what moonstone looks like. This would be described as a moonstone. Okay, the blue stones in there are moonstone. Even the ring I have on has two gray moonstone. Okay. Then the other stones that you will find are not stones, but I guess decorative features would be beads. Okay, so these are beads. These, even though they're shaped differently, these are beads. Okay. These I like to call mesa stones. Okay. They are beautiful, like turquoise and different colored stones. Let me show you a few. Okay. So here's one with a stone in it. Here's another one with an actual stone. And here's one with a stone. Now, I can't say because I'm not on the design team of Paparazzi, but I do know that historically jewelers use howlite, which is a white stone with striations, and then they dye it the colors that they want. I'm guessing that's what these are. I like to call them turquoise mesa stones because mesa stones are just kind of like a hodgepodge of different types of stones that are found in the earth, like river rock, turquoise, howlite is probably in there. So it's safe to say mesa stone, okay, turquoise mesa stone, orange mesa stone, green mesa stone, okay. So when you're describing it, you can call it a mesa stone as opposed to, you know, an actual piece of turquoise or anything like that. I mean, it's $5 fashion jewelry, but it is a stone, so you want to call it a stone, right? Okay, then we have crystals, which are some of my favorites. All right, love crystals. Okay, so this is an example of crystals. Crystals. Okay. I think that's all I have of crystals right here. And then we also have these beautiful crystals. Now, these are not clear crystals. They are opaque crystals, but the silver crystal is called hematite. Okay. Well, it's actually a stone, but it's called, this is hematite rhinestone. Okay. And then this is arum. Okay. So it's an arum rhinestone. Okay, kind of puts you in the mind of pyrite, but it's like a gold. These are almost the same, right? Only one's silver and one's gold. All right. This is a beautiful accent color, and so is this. Okay, so those are other rhinestones. Now, I want to make a distinction with these crystals that I was showing because sometimes we have necklaces that look like this. Okay, and these are actually beads. Okay, beads, you know, are made out of plastic. They're really cute and pretty, but you want to be calling these beads, not crystal, right? If you don't know the difference, and I'm not telling you you have to do this, but you can like put the little crystal in between your teeth. If it feels like glass, then it's probably a crystal. If it feels like plastic, then it's probably a bead. Okay. But just so that when you're showing your jewelry and you're talking to your customers, you know, if I was a customer with me knowing the difference between a crystal and a bead, but I was looking at this on a live and then I bought it because someone said it was a crystal, and then I got it home and it was a bead. I would feel cheated, right? Even though maybe the consultant didn't mean to do anything. Maybe they just didn't know and they were calling it crystal because they thought it was a crystal. Okay. So you want to be sure when you're showing things that look like something that you're describing them appropriately. So this is a bead. Okay. I usually just say something like, You know, here's a really pretty heart necklace with yellow beads, you know, or yellow drops or yellow briolette drops, because that's the shape of them. You know, something like that. I wouldn't call these yellow crystals because they're not crystals. Okay. Let me see, what else did I want to talk? Oh, rhinestones. Okay, so rhinestones. Rhinestones look like this. Okay, so they are clear and sparkly. All right, that's a rhinestone. You know, we see a lot of cubic zirconia in the store, but Paparazzi, their jewelry is rhinestone. Okay, these are rhinestone. So again, you know, I know people know they're spending $5, so they shouldn't think that it's a diamond, but these aren't diamonds. And I have heard people describe them as such, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be in a position where you've accidentally led someone down the wrong road. Okay, so these are rhinestone. Okay, clear rhinestone. These are blue rhinestone. All right. This is another stone that Paparazzi uses a lot, and it is beautiful. This is a cat's eye. Okay. I don't know if you can see the sheen on that, but this has a beautiful sheen. Cat's eye is always this color, unless it's synthetic. And so this is like brown and gold, and you can see the shimmer in there. Very pretty. Sometimes it doesn't have a shimmer. Like, here, I'll show you these. This one has a very small shimmer, okay? But this is a more natural cut stone. So, you know, this is more of like a natural necklace. This one, this stone is cut for jewelry. Or, you know, to be a centerpiece as opposed to like a natural looking stone necklace. Okay. So it has a higher polish on it, and so you can see the shimmer in there. Okay. And then this one, and this is actually the first piece I've seen like this, but I love it. This is similar to a jade. Okay, this has the look of a jade. So as this continues to come out in other colors and other designs, this would be called, you know, you could describe this as looking like jade. Okay, gorgeous. I think that is it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Okay, so that is, oh, on the rings. I also wanted to show, we do have some what they call vintage paparazzi rings, okay? The reason we designate that ours are stretch is because adjustable rings are something different. Adjustable rings are what paparazzi used to sell, and it looks like this, okay? It has a little adjustable back. Let me see if I can't pull this out. And then to size it, you would pull it out, okay, to where you needed it for your finger, okay? And that's what that looks like. This is an adjustable ring, okay? A little Art Deco there, right? I like this little rhinestone, okay? But this is an adjustable ring, all right? So just so you know the difference, this is an adjustable and this is a stretch. We do have these, they're out and about. Every once in a while, you'll find a consultant that has these, and these are adjustable. Okay, so that is it. That's how to describe your jewelry. That's what all the different metals and stones and things like that are. So I hope that helps somebody. If you are looking to join Paparazzi, I would love to talk to you about the opportunity. You can reach out to me here on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook under Holly SharpCoss. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Okay, so I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.